welcome back everyone, welcome back to another day, another edition here of the OSC 2025 mid-season playoffs. I'm of course your ZvP with you and joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and by our plushies as well. Welcome one and all to a momentous event here. Welcome to the OSC mid-season playoffs. If for those that are unaware, for those that are maybe tuning in for the first time and are somewhat familiar but maybe not fully with OSC, they are an organizer, a tournament organizer that do host many events like the OSC King of the Hill, OSC Rising Star. They also partner with a lot of online tournaments, and because of that, a lot of online tournaments actually provide OSC points, which allow players to gain points to be able to apply or to be able to be ranked, of course, and they are able to qualify and invited into these major tournaments like this. This is almost like the equivalent of, say, IM Katowice, but for the online tournament scene. And we have been working through this for 2 months. It's been a while here, but the event has been slowly taking place. Did begin back in May, for Jesus. That was pre-EWC, papi. Ay. And we are here to crown our champion. Oh boy. Exclamation mark, be in the chat if you guys don't have a look at yourselves. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, and we have some catching up to do here very quickly. Okay, from the top, bam. Let's go. Let's catch up on that bracket. Also, it's today's second cast of the day. It's 1 p.m. Pappy and I finished casting this morning at 7 a.m. with my assist of the game, and I slept as much as I could because we're gonna do it all again. We have some more maestros later on this evening. That's gonna be at 3 a.m. So 3 a.m. casting. Let's go, Pappy. Let's go. Oh, the StarCraft. For now, though, we have the OSC mid-season playoffs, and you can see this is the upper bracket, and we had some insane results coming in, of course. Quickly scrolling on over. We have some sick lineups. We had Solar, we had Spirit, MaNa, Cham, Beyond, Skillless, Shin, and Bunny. Out of all these players, Cham, he went crazy. Cham took down Solar 2-1. Cham took down MaNa 2-0. Cham, then scrolling over a little bit here, took down Bunny 3-1 as well. And Cham, he is the player waiting in the grand finals. Out of all players, Cham, El Chamaco, papi, he's crazy. Out of all players, he's waiting in the grand finals. Waiting for who? Waiting for these players here in the lower bracket to catch up to him. We have MaNa versus Shin, we have Skillless versus Showtime. Those are going to be our 2 upcoming matches. Then the winners play against each other. Then the winner of that goes up against Bunny, as of course Bunny was knocked down from the earlier series. And then the winner of all of that goes up against Cham in the grand finals. Here we go. So we do have a plethora of matches ahead of us here. We have 5 series. Also a reminder, these are going to be best of 5s moving forward. It's going to be a long one, Pop. We got 4 best of 5s and 1 best of 7 to end the broadcast to crown our champion. Let's go. Let us go. For the time being, up first we do have MaNa versus Shin. I don't think this is a rematch. I believe they miss each other. Yes, earlier Shin, he actually got knocked down by Bunny. So Shin got knocked down by Bunny, MaNa got knocked down by Cham. So they have not faced off against each other yet until now. Of course, Shin was able to eliminate Beyond from the tournament previously. We'll see how he fares against MaNa, who has been so unpredictable as of late. MaNa, I feel like, especially for those that maybe haven't been watching diligently StarCraft over the past 9 months, MaNa, he for a long time was in the middle of the pack. You know, I'm thinking of 2022, 2023 COVID era of StarCraft. MaNa, he was around the middle of the pack when it comes to European Protoss, but nowadays he is at the top. Nowadays MaNa, he has excelled so much in every matchup. He's been getting better results, beating players like Clem, beating players like Max. MaNa has been looking insane, and I wouldn't say that he's the favorite player here, but he has it in him to take maps and to take series. It's one of those things where you can never count MaNa out. But here we go. Game 1. Game 1 of the best of 5. We're going to be jumping into Ultra Love. Let's go. Are going to be jumping in. That's what MaNa's charged up. Exactly. That's the thing. He's got to charge up back. True. Then bam. Knock someone out. And spawning in the bottom hand corner. Speaking of, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Liquid. It is MaNa. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the red Zerg player. We have the South Korean Zerg representing Wavell Gaming WBG. It is SHIN. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our ZvP. As for the time being, we are We're going for the cannon rush. Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. Again, MaNa, he has been cannon rushing quite a lot as of late, and it looks like that trend will continue here as well. As a cannon rush is upon us, pylon is going to be thrown down. If you recall, we did see MaNa cannon rushing, I want to say during most of the game, during the preliminary stage as well. MaNa's an animal as of late. Jesus. Well, let's go. So far, SHIN is unaware. SHIN, he has the first overlord being sent across the map. The second overlord should be checking the natural base location as the cannon rush is upon us. We have the gateway being thrown down. The cannon's going to be on the way. The goal here is to shut down, to force a cancel, and even contain SHIN on this 2 base setup. We'll see if he can be contained. SHIN does try to slip out. And SHIN, he will finally get eyes on the cannon rush on the setup. So SHIN, he does get eyes on the gateway, on the cannon. Behind this, he went again, hatch gas pool, gas seal in the main. Oh, very, very frustrating to deal with here, but the gas seal has arrived. I do actually really appreciate that MaNa, he actually held on to the gas seal until it was revealed, right? He didn't show his hand early, as a gas seal is typically indicative of a cannon rush. So with that, the cannon will complete. We've got 1 cannon, 2nd cannon's on the way. And SHIN, he will slip away. Okay, he does escape with the drone. Does escape, which means he can expand at the 3rd location. Hatchery taking a lot of damage. Zelda is being crowded as we speak. And we're going for 1 base roach, which means the gas geyser means that much more. We need the gas. We need that gas. So roach runs in production. This hatchery will go down. And we can see SHIN hiding his drone here off towards the right-hand side. I mean, I don't think he's going to... I mean, he can't really afford a hatchery at the moment. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to cancel. Lings, they will stay by. Okay. Lings, they sit by the cannon. Hatchery does tank as best they can. And back at home, the wall is open. MaNa, we got to get ready here. We have a forge. We have a cybercore. We need defensive cannons. Or even just a recall. Even then, though. He's trying to wall up. Stargate, pylon, Lings have arrived. They can focus on the buildings. Zella's racing back home. But that Stargate, it's going to go down. The Stargate, it's going to be... That's shit, he's going to get in. He's going to get in, but he does bust in. He does force a cancel. Pylon finishes. Zelda's arrived. And the Zella will be surrounded. Oh. Zealots will go down. And the second Zealot does swap out to defend. Just in time was recalled. So was recalled over. So MaNa does hold, but a costly hold. Stargate is heavily delayed, throws down a second pylon, and no expansion, not yet. And behind this, we have SHIN massing up Ravagers to eventually break out. Let's go 3. Let's go 3 Ravagers so far. Has 3 Ravagers. SHIN getting a 4th. Oh! Brings down one of the cannons. Now going for the other. Nice control out of SHIN. He saves the roaches. And he breaks out. With that, he breaks out. And the scary thing here, the Stargate should have been done by now. It isn't. Which means there's no Oracle. There's no Void Ray. Which means this army can move out across the map and can wreak havoc. Okay, Oracle's being cornered as we speak. Meanwhile, SHIN, he is saturated somewhat on one base. There we go. He's droning. Okay, he's droning up. SHIN, he's aware of the backup Stargate. We'll see if he has enough to defend. Now, what's really interesting here is that he actually pulls out of gas. You can see here, he has no gas in the second gas geyser. He only has 2 mining gas on the right-hand side as well. He is hyper-fixated on mineral income because he plans on macroing out of this. Like, he's not going for, like, a roach all in or anything. He's droning up as hard as he can. Spores are on the way. The Oracle is likewise rushing across the map. But the spores, it looks like they're going to be ready in time. It's going to be close. Spores done in the main. Spore here at the natural still needs more time. Yeah, needs a couple more seconds. 1, 2, 3 drone kills. 4 drones even. Four drones go down. MaNa going for the ninja. Going for the ninja base. Let's go. Este MaNa, papi. He's crazy. He knows how to play Protoss. True, true. You know, here comes the Twilight Council. base. So you're going to be taking out of this in towards Blink, I would imagine, potentially charge. A delayed Void Ray, at least to hunt down Overlords, deny vision, deny scouting. But this is a really awkward game state for MaNa, for sure. Very awkward. As it is for SHIN. But SHIN is stabilizing. Oracles, they move in once again. 2 Oracles, they can one-shot drones. They head for the main base. And they go for the mineral line. They get 1, they get 2 drones. Oh my god. Oracle takes a lot of damage. Does pull away. And we have confirmation blink. So +1, a blink on the horizon here for MaNa. Getting into his standard follow-up. Oh. Gets 1 more drone. And MaNa, he is getting his ninja base up and running. Now, the purpose of hiding your 3rd base like this, twofold here. Ideally, you want to try to fake out like a 2-base all-in and try to force an overreaction out of SHIN, or you want to make your opponent believe that they're further ahead than they really are. Regardless, the base is going to be safe. If it was thrown down here on location, there's a higher chance that SHIN would have forced a cancel. So MaNa for now is getting away with it. Pokes in, 2 more drones. This is slowly adding up. 10 drone kills in total. And the 3rd base is fully saturated. So MaNa, he has a decent economy. SHIN, he is still not quite droned up. He's still getting there.
Your forces are taking damage. Terrible damage.
Every time. God damn it, SHIN. SHIN, he fans out.
Talk about BM.
God damn. He does put the 3rd. He does put the 3rd base. He'll see that it's just now thrown down. In SHIN's mind, he might be thinking that this is acceptable. He could try to apply pressure to punish. But right now, SHIN is behind. Economically, he is behind. He's in a worse place. Even if he cancels this, I mean, at SHIN, he's going to need more damage. And SHIN is waiting for his upgrades. +1, roach speed. Yeah, Hydrogen's on the way. We're taking up. So this is indicative that SHIN, he's going to be expanding. He's going to be droning. He's going to be teching. He's not applying pressure because he probably feels like he doesn't need to, right? He saw the timing of the 3rd. He sees how late it is. He's like, oh, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm ahead. Like, let's go. When really he's anything but. When really there's a fully saturated base here up and running. Providing MaNa with more resources. Gases can soon be taken, and with said gases, then we can start working towards splash damage, whether it's Colossus or Storm. Can I get for either one? See in chat, what announcer back does SHIN have? That's D.Va. That's D.Va. Ah. Este shit. Oh, there's the Void Ray goes to extend. Snipes the Void Ray. Does snipe, MaNa does rotate. With this, he already has blink. Takes away, shuts down the Lings. And again, he wants that 4th. And he has, oh, crazy blink though. Yeah, he blinks into the Hydras. Ravager gonna go down. He does take some biles to the faces. That was not it. MaNa, calm down. Yeah, that was a wild blink. He blinks in. That will cost him 8 stalkers. Ay. That was not worth it. He got 8. He lost 8 stalkers for 1 Ravager and 1 Roach. MaNa, calm down. As MaNa is reinforced. I mean, he still has a large army to work with. Breaks through all the Lings. Now getting on top of Roaches. Again, MaNa just getting too impatient earlier. And with that, SHIN is holding. SHIN, he's holding on. Waits out of stasis. Oh, he scouts! For the first time, he wasn't looking, but he does actually find the Nexus. He's now aware of the Ninja Base, and MaNa, he should not hold on to it. Especially after all those losses. Now SHIN knows to apply pressure, he knows to move out. And he's coming for the ninja base. Ay, ay, ay. MaNa, he has to evacuate. And the Nexus is going to go down. And again, because of the earlier losses, now he will lose the expansion. And SHIN, he can just move out from here. He can just send that from here. Storm is going to be a factor, true. Storm is about to finish. How many High Templar do we have? 2. Only 2 High Templar. That's not a lot of storms. SHIN, he's still taking up, but taking into lurkers. Oh. This goes off. Lurkerton is on the way. Hive is on the way as well. SHIN taking up. And with that, SHIN coming in from multiple angles. Collapsing on the Stalkers. Here come the Storms. One Storm connects with 2 Hydras. There's about 2 Storms left. Denies the expansion. Storms that mainly is anyway. Yeah, they're not connecting. They're not connecting. Not the way they need to. We have one more Storm. Doesn't use it. MaNa forced further back. Oh, God, the Oracles get thrown away. Yeah, and with that, SHIN has that. Sure, we have a couple of Storms connecting, and we have more Storms coming in thanks to the NG overcharge. But SHIN, he spreads well. He splits, Pat. He splits. Behind this doesn't need lunkers. He just steps forward and breaks into the third base. And MaNa had a quirky game here. Remember, it all began with a cannon rush, by the way. Started with a cannon rush, then into ninja base. And he got away with it, but alas, had some questionable blinks, some questionable fights. He went full patience, Pat. Yeah. And with that, he has been broken. 27 probe kills. There's barely a Stalker army left. Down to what, 4 Stalkers? And a 3, 2, 1, and 0. With that, we have been reinforcing. We have a semblance of an army here outside of the natural, but the third base goes down. MaNa is knocked down to 2 bases. Hey, +3 is soon to complete. True. The upgrades, though. Will soon have +3. Well, there's only so much that upgrade can do for you. As here come the lunkers. 12 lurkers morphing in. Is there any detection? The answer is no. There's 0 detection. I mean, there's a cannon. I was going to say there's a cannon, not even. There's no cannon. GG gets called, and SHIN takes game number 1. Whew. GG. SHIN does take a lead in the series, and with that, we are now getting into our next game. Again, it was a quirky start out of MaNa going for the cannon rush, and there was definitely some strong moments there for MaNa as well, but in the end, SHIN was able to recover, able to bounce back, and with that, we have a 1-0 lead for SHIN. Let's go. Let's jump into game 2. Game 2 here is going to be on Sandworm. So again, these OSC events, they do feature an extended map pool. So there was a voting period and players did vote on maps to add to the map pool. One of those maps was Sandworm. Let's go. Let's go. This is a TLMC 20 map. We've featured many games on this map in the past, especially during the voting period and the voting process. But here we go. Spawning in the top or in the bottom left-hand corner of Sandworm, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. We have the Polish Protoss representing Team Liquid. It is MaNa. And spawning in the top side of Sandworm, we have the South Korean Zerg. We have the Red Zerg. Weibo Gaming. It is SHIN. We go. And so ZvP does continue. Welcome one with Sandworm against Sandworm as we're moving on with probes. Okay. We're cannon rushing. I see. As we are moving out with 2 workers and we are cannon rushing once again. Sandworm was one of those maps, one of the finalists, even one of the top map picks to be voted on for the TLMC. Alas, barely did not make the cut to actually be a part of the ladder map pool, but was still a fan favorite nonetheless, so players did vote on it to be featured here in this tournament. Meanwhile, the pylon is thrown down, but this time we have a much earlier scout. The Overlord is already here in position. More pylons being thrown down, the boys are being pulled. And SHIN, can he break through? So far, he's got 5 drones here on the first pylon. So this pylon will fall. Oh my god. Yeah, from here does not get on top of the cannon. Cannon is getting up. Oh no! As the drone gets surrounded, backup cannon gets denied, and now there's no more workers. Oh, I spoke too soon. The first probe went down, there's one probe left. As long as this probe gets zoned away, there won't be any more cannons, which means MaNa cannot actually lay siege upon the natural. This cannon's too far back. The cannon is far too back. It's not within range. But MaNa's not done. He's oh god, he's not. It's gonna cost SHIN a couple of drones, but worth it. Well worth it. He kills the probe. We do have a third probe on the way. MaNa, he's committing even harder here, but the cannon rush is heavily delayed. From here, spine coolers. There we go. Spine coolers are in production. SHIN just now taking gases. That's gonna be 3 cannons on the way, but the spine coolers should be enough. Alongside these Zerglings. Jesus, that's 4 cannons. Oh my god. That's a lot of cannons. Zealot's here to support as well. MaNa, can he still pull this off? Spine cores, they need a little bit more time. Lings are rallying, more spines on the way. Taking just buying time for the spine cooler. Yeah, the first spine cooler is going to go down. And MaNa, he's shutting down these spines. They're going to fall. Yeah, they're taking too many hits. They're taking too much damage. Ugh, spine cores are being denied, and MaNa, he's doing it. The delayed cannon rush. Again, the spines were a little bit too late. They were denied. That's a kill that are canceled. There's 1 spine crawler left, and the hatchery is going to fall. This was a big investment from SHIN to save the base, and he doesn't save it. He fails to save the expansion. As the final spine crawler goes down, GG gets called, and MaNa, he will cannon rush the hell out of SHIN and tie things up 1-1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Again, SHIN, initially, he shut it down well by killing both probes. It looks like SHIN was overconfident. Looks like he was a little bit overconfident, so he was more lax when it came to the second wave of cannon rush. But even though it was delayed, the cannon rush does pop off, it does overwhelm, and with that, MaNa will make a series out of this. We have a back and forth. Let's go. Let us go. We're going to be getting into MaNa here for game number 3, and the question becomes: we've seen MaNa cannon rush twice now. Do we keep cannon rushing? I feel like it's probably ill-advised to cannon rush here on MaNa because of how large the map is, but I mean, we'll see. It might just be all that he goes for, just pure cannons. True. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of MaNa, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Liquid, tying up the series and moving out with his probe. It is MaNa. And spawning in the top side of MaNa, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the red Zerg, Weibo Gaming. It is SHIN. And we're moving out with not just 1, with 2 probes. Here we go. Pylon is still on the way. This is going to be a much earlier rush here from MaNa. She also should go back at home. There's a cannon, and here's the cannon rush. Now, because of the earlier probe, it looks like we force the unnatural out of SHIN, so SHIN forced to expand elsewhere. We're setting up the cannon rush. In between the bases, of course. Now, there's pros and cons to this, as this will get scattered. The big con, of course, is that the cannons that are being set up here won't be able to threaten the base. The hatchery will get up and running. Will not be threatened. As boys are being pulled. SHIN does pull the boys. Gets on top of the first pylon. Yeah, a little bit indecisive as the probe is going to be pushed out by the cannon. Let's go. I believe the drones are here to zone away to make sure no cannon gets up at the actual expansion. But despite that, this will get up and running. Probe goes back in. SHIN is ready. Again, SHIN just ensuring that his natural base is safe. And these cannons, again, they aren't really threatening anything. They do at least ensure that SHIN can't actually rush past with Lings, and he can't run across the map, at least not with his main base production. There's a gas steal in the main. There's that gas steal. And MaNa, how can he threaten this expansion? I mean, we'll have a Zealot. Oh, the 2 probes. They almost get a drone. That does cost him a probe. 1 probe goes down. Zealot into the mineral line, denies mining. At least until the queen arrives. Oh, nice control out of SHIN. But now we have a second Zealot. As link speed is on the way, SHIN is still pulling into gas. Going for the Baneling Nest, unscattered. Going for the Bane Bust. He's going for the bust. Yeah, so far, MaNa, I mean, he's trading well with these Zealots, but they are getting quite low. Yeah, the Queen putting in a lot of work. Nice control with the Queen. Stalker has arrived. The Zealot pulls away. The Zealot survives. Oh, no. This is getting a bit out of hand. As the Queen is going to be hunted down. MaNa, he's on top of the natural. Zealot just hopped up. And now with another Stalker. Okay, we're trying to break out. We're trying to break out. So Lings, they do rush forward. They're coming in for the surround. And they will catch it. Yeah, they catch the Stalker. They catch the Zealots. Very nice surround. Alas, if MaNa had the support of these cannons, different story. But now he's down to 2 Stalkers. Yeah, Zealot gets surrounded. So do the Stalkers. And with that SHIN, he breaks out. He breaks out. He shuts down the cannons. Shuts down the cannons, shuts down the army, and with that SHIN, he does break out. Things are looking a little bit dicey, not gonna lie, but that surround was it. Honestly, if you didn't surround that army, if the army was actually on top of the ramp with the rest of the side defense, I'm pretty sure MaNa holds. And MaNa could have kept this going. But remember, back at home, there is nothing to defend. We have 1 cannon, and SHIN can Bane Bust. Can, but he's set up to Bane Bust. Killing all the gateways. Here, floods across the map. Now, we do have a full wall, so Banelings are going to have a harder time actually getting on top of the cannon. Full wall is set up. Oh, I spoke too soon as the wall is open. Oh, yeah, the HP is low. He can get on top of the gateway. The gateway is going to go down. And here come the Banelings. Here they come. 9 Banelings in production. And the wall is that much more weaker, that much more vulnerable. Once again, it can just be targeted down. SHIN just ensuring that it's just going to be a pylon. And here come the Banes. As they break on through, they bust through the cannon, getting on top of the pylon, depowering everything, and there is no production. There's no production back at home. Everything gets depowered. Our chosen pylon goes down, and we flood into the mineral line. The probes, get out of here. Banelings, they force a split, they deny any kind of mining, and GG gets called. SHIN, he does take a lead in the series, 2-1. Whew. GG. That was dicey. That was that was not the cleanest game from SHIN. Things looking dire there. We saw that MaNa, he was taking over the natural, was getting damage done, denying mining time until the mass surround came in. SHIN, he was banking up his lings until he could collapse on the army. We saw that when by the time the MaNa realized what was happening, it was a little bit too late. He tried to rush up the ramp. He tried to rush back to his cannon and shield battery, but he was a little bit too late. And with that, he got shut down. GG. Yeah. GG, well played. With that, we're getting to game number 4, and we'll see if SHIN can close that here and now, or if MaNa can force the ace match. Let's go. MaNa's wild. He's crazy. MaNa. He's lost his mind, fam. He's lost his mind. As sporting in the bottom right corner of Last Fantasy, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Liquid. Down in the series, can he fight back? Can he bring us to the ace match? It is MaNa. And spawning in the top side of Last Fantasy, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Weibo Gaming, WBG, getting cannon rushed again as the probes do fan out. It is SHIN. So shout to MaNa because he's committed. Like, he is committing every game, every single game. Here comes the Forge. MaNa, he fans out the pros. Remember, this is a 3-player sport map, so he's trying to look for his opponents. He does find SHIN. Does find him. The probe does reroute. And again, after it happening so often, SHIN, he's now looking for the cannon rush. Even sends down a drone early. At this point, it's worth it. He's checking behind his natural. Ooh, doesn't find the cannon rush yet. It's further back. But SHIN, he's looking. It's like, this guy's crazy. He's gonna cannon rush again. He finds it. Yeah, he does find it this time. He finds it early. With that, he does wedge that cannon further back. Behind this, boys are being pulled. Boys are being pulled. We have another cannon rush setting up. Now, this cannon, ideally, SHIN wants to force this cannon to finish because it's going to lock that probe down. And that's going to be one less worker to worry about. So the probe is going to be locked down behind the cannon. There we go. Cannon finishes. Ooh, but does actually cover the second cannon. Okay. Okay, it's working out here. But that's only one probe. And you can see he does cancel MaNa again. He forces a cancel on the hatchery. Let's go. That's all he wanted. Does force a cancel. SHIN is on one base, but no gas steal. No gas steal. One of the probes was locked down. So no gas steal on the main base, which means SHIN, he can go into roaches. Probe scout does confirm. MaNa knows. He's where the roaches. Oh, going for the hatch block across the map as well. Let's go. SHIN, he goes to the proxy hatchery. Does go for the hatchery. Forcing defensive cannons. And that is going to weaken this position. More roaches on the way. And here come the 3 Ravagers. Yeah, 3 Ravagers already here. SHIN getting a little bit of supply block, but he does handle it. And so, well, there's no shield barriers with this, so he can stop. He just ignores it. he just walks across the map. Doesn't even care about it. Oh, he'll take some hits. Does walk across. This also means that there's not really much at home to defend. Stalkers, they poke in. But there are some reinforcements. MaNa, it looks like he will snipe the Overlord. Supply blocking SHIN. SHIN at the same time, the hatchery is done and going for the cannon. Yeah, it does go for the cannon. The cannon does go down. And we've been here before. There's a recall back home, so Stalkers, they recall back. Pylon's gonna fall, but hey, with 3 Stalkers, MaNa can hold. Can hold, John. Supply block SHIN. Say that again, those 3 Stalkers are getting very low. Boys are being pulled. Ravagers, they pull away in time. Nice control by SHIN. He saves the Ravagers just barely. Oof, snipes one of the Stalkers. 2 Stalkers left. Down to 2. Down to 2. Oh. Yeah, and Lings have arrived. We're trying to pull the boys. We're down to the final 2 Stalkers once again. Oh, gets one of the Ravagers. He gets one. Alas, it's still not worth it for the MaNa. He's gonna lose everything. Every Stalker goes down to a couple of boys. And SHIN, he has done it. It's a crazy series with non-stop cannon rushes. In the end, SHIN, he survives the cannons. I could definitely see a world where this could have gone the distance and gone to the ace match. I'm still thinking about MaNa, for example, but GG gets called, and SHIN will take the series 3-1, knocking MaNa out of the tournament. GG. Whew. GG, well played, Shin. He does claim the series. A very, very intense and very fast best of 5, as MaNa went for a cannon rush every single game. He had some success, and again, there were even some games where he could have still brought it out, still brought it home, and even forced an ace match here. Alas, Shin does survive the aggression, does survive the chaos that is MaNa here tonight, and Shin will claim the series. Congratulations to Shin. He does advance on to the lower bracket semifinals. Meanwhile, the question becomes, who will play versus Shin in those lower bracket semis? We're about to find out, as up next we have a Showtime versus Skillous in a PvP. No, Jesus. So Shin is going to be going up against another Protoss player. Which Protoss? Yet to be determined. Yet to be determined here. Showtime and Skillous are going to be facing off. They are some of the best Protoss players in all of Europe. When we think of the top 3 in Europe, we think of MaxPax, Showtime, and Skillous.